This update was absolute trash. Alright, let's just talk about the thing everyone's gonna talk about, Benihime. There's no way that this mythical 0.5 like straight out of ABA. First of all, the VFX are horrible. Like, I don't know how they're letting a mythical look this bad. Like, there's no way. Because I'm actually getting so upset. Because you know how many people were hyped for Benihime? Bro, I had a friend. He did 300 spins for Benihime. He rolled off of it. Because it fucking sucks, bro. I don't know what's wrong with it. But first of all, it's not really that strong. It does like an entire bar of Reiatsu for all three of its moves. It doesn't do that much damage. The first move actually does tickle damage. The first move, like, you may as well not even use it. Like, it's not worth the Reiatsu. The C move is alright, except it does 0 posture damage, and if they block it, it gives them auto parry frames. It's not good against anyone who can just block, which, you know, parrying is very important in this game, so if you can't block, they're horrible anyway. And not to mention the fact, you literally can't even get the Bankai yet. They released it glitched. Like, they actually thought it was gonna be okay to release it glitched. What did they expect? They need to rework Benihime. It needs buffs, it needs visual improvements, it needs a rework, like, it needs a lot of changes. It was obviously not ready yet, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, you guys were stressing the devs to give it out, but like, they're the one who set the release date. They did not have to say it. They could have just not done it. They could have just waited. That's on them, bro. And talking about the new other thing they added, death dealing is also horrible. Now, I don't really play Quincy that much, but I'll get into how they're treated in a little bit. But death dealing is just trash. Like, it's just not good. Everyone I've talked to said it was garbage. And honestly, I don't really care about it that much. But let's get into the real part of the update that made me mad. The bouncing changes are so weird. You know what they did? They buffed Arrancars. They like tickled them a little bit. Like, they did a few tiny nothing nerfs that don't really actually do anything. But then they gave them a new ultra skill based off the soul style bar. So basically like a fucking like an essence skill, but like stronger. I'm pretty sure they're meant to be. And they got black flash. Actually, that's a Hakuda skill, but you know, Arrancar Hakuda, it just goes together. But yeah, that's really annoying. They buffed Hakuda, so amazing balancing changes. They nerfed negation on the floor, and they nerfed death flare on the floor, but like barely. Like, it was barely gonna affect anyone. They just made it from being absolutely stupid to like actually fair, which, like, oh wow, finally a fair thing. And the devs, I refuse to believe they actually care about any race besides Arrancar. Everything that they've added besides the stuff that they added to Arrancar or like Hakuda has just been horrible. Like, think about all the new moves, like the Cerro Slavo, the Cerro Cyclone. Like, Arrancar gets all the actually cool stuff. Like, that stuff looks so much cooler than anything Soul Reapers have gotten. I'm trying to think, like, out of all the update stuff, we got like Theater, Zangetsu. Zangetsu looks alright. Theater looks horrible. Theater was actually the biggest disappointment ever. No one likes Theater. Rework Theater. And that brings me to the next point. The devs, they genuinely don't care about anyone besides Arrancars. They literally nerfed Quincy's for like no reason. Like, they nerfed them bad too. Like, everything got hit. And honestly, Quincy's were being pretty annoying, like Quincy Keto running away. But I don't think it was worth nerfing literally every single thing in their entire kit. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna put up the patch notes on screen. Like, basically half of it is just Quincy nerfs, and I genuinely don't understand why. Like, the devs are definitely just Arrancar fucking Hakuda players, because that's literally the only content in the game. That, and honestly, they really didn't change that much in the update. Like, the patch notes are pretty small, and what they did change was horrible. So like, how do you fumble something so bad? Like, if you're only gonna do a few changes, how are you gonna mess it up so bad? I mean, Quincy did get a new Hugyoku fragment skill, but honestly, I don't really know much about it. I don't know if it's good. Even if it is, I don't really care. They've been treating all the other races horribly, and it's obviously very biased. They need a real balancing team. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't understand how they think this is acceptable. Like, they're getting so much money off this game, like an actual bag. So I don't understand why they don't just listen to the community, because it's so simple. It's like actually an infinite money glitch. Anyway, That's all for now. I just want to talk about this update because like it made me really mad. Like it was not acceptable. I don't know what they were trying to do.